All right. My name is Angela Holt. I know a lot of you have watched my YouTube channel where I do pre-recorded videos for craft tutorials, and this is the first live Ustream show again I've done in a while. If you are watching this on YouTube, I invite you on Tuesdays to come watch me and May create on live, doing just a little bit of everything, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channels and everything. So tonight, what I'm going to show you how to do is alter a tin. Now, this is a tin that can be purchased in May's store. Um, it is an alterable, so it'll be in her alterable section of her store at creatingwithdetailstore.com. Now, I went ahead and done the inside. Hang on. And I just put paper inside because I don't know what I want to do on the inside. But tonight, what I'm going to show you how to do is alter the box using several different things. Now, to prep the tins come to you shiny like this. She has different styles and sizes, and this is like a Band-Aid tin to me. So they come shiny to you like this. You are going to need to sand it down. Now you can use a emery board, a piece of sandpaper, a sanding block, or anything to sand it down. You want to rough up the surface. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to paint it with some regular gesso. This is just some gesso from Hobby Lobby, and you want to paint it up just with regular gesso. Now the pink color that you see on here is by Prima, and it is the chalkboard paint in the color Antique Pink. I love all of the mixed media products that Prima's coming out with. I have not had one complaint yet about any of them that I've used. So yes, if you have any questions about any of the steps or products, be sure to leave us a question in the comment section below, or since this is live, do it in the chat box. But if you're watching on YouTube, just leave a comment in the section down below. So, all right, we're going to get started. Now, this is a Prima frame right here, and this is a vintage photo that you can find over on my Pinterest board. I have a board that has hundreds and hundreds of different vintage photos, and this is one, and I had to scale it down to about a 1¼ inch by 1¼ inch square. So then what I done was is I took my Glossy Accents and glued the image onto the back of the frame. And this is a beautiful new piece from May's store. It is her crowns. As you can see, it is a very beautiful big piece, and you get 2 per package. And I dressed it up a little bit by adding some rhinestone trim across the bottom here. That's what's fun, is you build your elements to create and do with your boxes. Yes, I'll probably end up selling this finished piece in my store at whiskersandlace.com. So now what I want to do is since I painted it pink, I still want to do some roughing up. So what I'm going to do here is just take some like this is a Coordinations Color Core cardstock board, and what I like about this is it has felt on the back of your on the back of their sandpaper, and it sticks to the board like this, the block, and you can just sand it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to really sand this because I want to add some As you can see, I'm not being one thing about sanding, it's messy. All right. Oops. Now, okay, I've roughed up the edges so it can show some distressing on here. All right. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to take an applique from May's store. As you see here, all her stuff is beautifully packaged. And I'm going to glue it onto the box here. And I'm just going to use a hot glue. With appliques, you want to try to glue with the more solid pieces. Instead of trying to glue every little piece, just glue the solid areas like the back of the flowers. Okay. All right. Make sure your edges are glued down pretty good. You know. There we go. All right. Now you're going to take some scissors and you're going to trim off the excess like that. Just flip your box over. It's a much easier process and you can get it more uniformed and accurate by doing that. All right. Okay, also I pulled out some Lindy Stamp Gang sprays and I want to spray my ink, my lace. So where did I do my paper towels? Well, I'll have to use this craft rag. All right, I pulled out colors that are shades of pink. This one's one of my favorites. It's called Bodacious Blush. This is a starburst, and it has like a vintage color to it, but it has that pink shimmer style to it as well. It has like colors of pink shimmer in it. As you can see, it's like a vintage pink already. Very beautiful color. The next color I'm going to use is called Plumeria Pink. I'm just going to put a little bit, nothing drastic. You just want to do, I'm going to do it on that side. There we go. I also pulled out Sweet Violet Purple Teal. Don't know if I'm going to use that one. Magnolia Magenta Gold is a very pretty color. And then I'm going to go back in with this one. I'm going to start carrying Lindy's in my store. So, because I really like working with them. Now I'm just tapping off the excess here. Just like that. Now I'm going to hit it with a heat gun. Alright. Now, this is the fun part. You start layering, you can start adding different textures and everything. Like, I want to add a little bit of cheesecloth. I love working with cheesecloth on vintage style projects. As you can see, it just tears away and it just looks vintagey. Like that. Yes, gesso helps build the foundation of your project, and it helps give your project, you know, when you prepare like a smooth surface, you want to sand it and then gesso it. Gesso is just like a foundation color. It preps your piece. Now, this is going to go right here in the middle, and I'm going to keep building up on this. And as you can see, I have a little bit of cheesecloth here, and this is a scrap piece of lace. So I'm going to cut me a piece of this. Now I'm going to lay that flat. Now I'm not going to glue down my cheesecloth because when I start building up my pieces, the cheesecloth is automatically going to be glued to the piece. So you don't have to worry about that. And I know you're like, oh, you covered up all that stuff. Well, this is the process. As you can see, you can move it around at this moment and move it around ever how you want to. You can tear away some of the cheesecloth if it's too much and you want to reveal more of the applique in the bottom. One thing I love about May's appliques in her store is that they are of great quality, and great quality lends to awesome projects. So they're very awesome for mixed media. So as you can see there, just play around with it and work it around. That's what I do. Snip some of it off there. Just kind of lay it around like that. And then always go back to your original focal point piece and keep playing around with it. Now I'm going to tack this down just a little bit, the lace. Like that. Again, lay your focal point down so you can see what you need to do. And you can lay cheesecloth right on top, underneath, like that, just to give it some more character. Okay, so now I've also pulled out some treasure pieces from Prima. These are Shabby Chic Treasure door locks. I'm going to use the bottom one here. I've pulled out some wings that I have, and May and I are looking for wings for her to offer in her store because I know they're really, really a hot item, and we are in the process of locating different ones. Okay. All right, so now what I want to do. Okay, is there any questions so far? I don't see that there are any questions. Okay. Cool beans. I'm just checking the chat to make sure none of y'all had questions or anything. Okay. Now these are some Tim Holtz wings that I've had in my stash for a very long time. And I'm going to use my sanding block. Where did it? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, right there. I have a bad tendency to throw stuff on top of what I need. And I'm just going to sand them down a little bit. All right. There we go. Now, I want to add like a wings to the back of my piece here, but I also want to decorate this piece up a little bit more than what it is, because to me, it's not decorated enough. So, now you can use several different things to decorate your frame up. You can actually add enhancements to your pieces, and you can do this through several ways. One, you can use alcohol inks or from Ranger. You can also use Inka Gold. Inka Gold is a beautiful product. I absolutely love it because it changes the whole appearance of metals and all kinds of stuff. And you've probably seen me use a lot of it in past projects. So, um, May, do you have the Inka Gold in your store? Because I don't know if everybody can get it. I'm not sure yet. So, do you have this in your store? Okay. So what I'm going to do, I know this is a beautiful white color, but I want to make it silver. And you do not need much at all. And you can just take your finger or a paintbrush. You can take a dry paintbrush, in fact. And I have one here that's dedicated to this type of product. And you can brush it into your piece here like that. And it completely changes the color of your metal like that. Really pretty. Oop, do I have a question? Oh, nope. Okay, so, all right. Now, this type of mixed media project is basically building, and I'm just going to brush a little bit of this on the wings. I don't want my wing. Oop, I just dropped it. Shit. What'd I do with it? I be damned. I dropped my wing. there it is. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I've got these pieces built, and I'm going to put them together. Also, I've pulled out a little bit of pearl, that a flower I had here, and I'm going to spritz it with the Bodacious Blush. And then I'm going to spritz a little bit more on my lace because I don't want my lace completely white. As you can see, it looks really vintage. Okay, so let me get my rag. Where did my rag go? Lord, I have not done a live video in forever. I feel like I'm lost. Now, here, the Inca Gold, you can change, like I said, you can change the look of your frame. This is a Prima frame again, and you can take it and put silver on it. You can also layer on top of it acrylic paint or whatever it is you're wanting to put on there. As you can see, I have a touch of the pink Inca Gold on there, and then I put some silver on top of it. So you can actually layer the Inca Gold like that. Like I said, it doesn't take much. You can see, yeah, beautiful piece. Alright, so now we're going to start building the piece up. I want to put my wings on here like this. Because this piece is my focal point. So I'm going to bring my piece up closer. And before I lay this down, let me make sure that you're doing this on the correct side. Like that. And then I'm going to use this right here. And then if you don't want to use the closure, you can get metal pieces like this and really bring in some focal point to the piece here. And you can always like layer it if you wanted to. You can put a rhinestone in the middle. I think that's what I'm going to do. I like that better, honestly. Well, there's no question, so we're going to see how this rolls. Now, before I put all of this on there, I pulled out this beautiful trim that I purchased myself. And this is a pink and Swarovski rhinestone trim. I'm going to see how it would look. I don't know if it's too much. Not vintage, I don't know. Might be too, I'm wanting this to stay vintage. So, let me see. Now I pulled out some other trims too. Yeah, that might be, sometimes all that bling does not always look, you know, if you want to keep it a certain theme. Now I've pulled out like broken pieces of rhinestone here that see, you don't have to it doesn't have to be perfect. This is what this project is intended, just to pull out broken pieces and everything and just play with them. Do y'all have any questions so far? See if I have enough. No, thought I grabbed another piece, but I didn't. I take it you don't, so okay. You can actually put it in around like that. Now I wish I had on my little, oh, here we go. Yeah. I think I'm going to use this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this rhinestone to this piece here. Like that, so it can give it a little more character. So I'm going to start, I'm using the Glossy Accents to apply this. Just tap it on around. Now I'm not going to have enough, but I'm not worried because I can use something else right in here to place something. Let's see. I have totally not done a live show in forever. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm used to editing my videos and stuff, and you know, like areas like this where I'm messing around, I would edit out or speed it up, and I'm just got to get used to the of doing live videos again. That's how I started out, was with live videos. So I don't know if y'all are chatting or not because it's not moving. So I don't know if that has to do with I need to refresh or something, but I'm not touching it because I don't see anything moving. All right. So right here, like if you have an empty spot and you just like that, you can do all kinds of stuff. In fact, May has in her store, I want to show you these. May has in her store these beautiful necklace sets, okay? And you can take them and break them apart and use all of the yummy little pieces in there. And it's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this tiny piece from that necklace and get that little piece off of there and plop that right in there like that. Now that's beautiful. Stunning. Okay, now I'm going to do some Inca Gold on this piece. Get some more out of there, and we're going to start piecing this little booger together. Mixed media is all about building, layering, and assemblage. And I love assemblage art. Now, if you want to carry this same silver color that I have in my pieces onto your box, now would be a good time before you get too deep into your project. You can actually brush some of this onto your box to help bring out some silver tones in your box like that. And it really picks up the glimmer in the lindies. You can see there. See how that does right there? Okay. I'm gonna glue that down just a little bit there. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna layer is the wings, and I'm gonna lay them on like that. Lay them right there. There you go. Looks good to me. Alright, now I'm gonna lay my piece. Okay, and no, I don't want to do that. Now we're going to lay this piece down there. I guess people are still watching, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to lay this right down there. Now you can add a beautiful, your flower. And another thing you can do with your Inka Gold, I'm going to add some pink Inka Gold to the flower. Tap it off right there. Oop, that came out. And you can kiss the edges of your flower with Inka Gold, like the pink here, and it will really bring out a beautiful shimmery look to your product here. Also, you can kiss the pearls with it a little bit. Let's see. Really nice and pretty. Okay, I'm checking the chat here and I absolutely do not see any, I don't know. Okay, so now you can put your rose on there like that. Just put it on there. There we go. Then, like if you see any pieces of cheesecloth that you need to put down or pull out, you can do that. Now, another thing you can do to this box is you can figure out how you want to display it. Now, May offers a bunch of beautiful feet, like in her store. Like she has larger feet all the way to tiny feet. And I'm going to use her tiny feet. And again, go back to your Inca Gold because, of course, these are brass, and you can change the color of them very quickly by using your Inca Gold to silver, like that. See? Just changes them up that quick. Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions. So, there we go. Now, let's see. Now, because has a curvature on it, what you're going to do is you're going to glue it like this. You're not going to put it up here. You're actually going to glue it right here. So curved items can have feet. You're just going to have to glue them on differently and put your glue on top like this, and then glue it down. Now, for purposes of this video, I'm using hot glue, but I suggest highly to use E6000, okay? So what I'll probably do is later on, I will take these off and use E6000 and let it cure overnight. You can use Glossy Accents as well, but E6000 has a sturdier approach to doing this. But there you go. Now it sits beautifully with the feet. As you can see there. Okay, another thing you can do with this is you can create a tassel. And you can do this several ways. Like May has a bunch of different metal pieces in her store, and you could put them together and create a tassel look, as you see here. This was just simply putting pieces in different directions and then just adding rhinestones and a crown charm that is at her store. And then I just took rhinestone trim and put it around there. Now, you can have it dangling from the box like this. You can create dangles coming from the box like this, which is what I'm going to do. So, and you can do this using metal pieces from May's store as well. It's just about, this is an assemblage art piece. So, I got some jump rings out here. Now these are little pieces I had from Prima. You can add that to the piece like that by adding your jump ring. So, do y'all have any questions so far? I bet you they're chatting up a storm and I can't see it. Let's see. Where are my jump rings? Here we go. Now, what you can do as well to put a piece here for it to have something to hang on, you can use, let's see, like find you little pieces of metal pieces like this, and you can use them as where you can put your jump ring. So I need to get different colored jump rings. Alright, but before you do that, you want to make this silver. So again, just take your paintbrush with your Inca Gold on it and add the silver. Okay. Oh, no you don't. Get your jump ring on there. Now I'm going to add this piece. Okay. And then I'm going to add this piece. Like that. Close the jump ring. You see there? Now you have this that you're going to take and glue down. You can in fact glue it just right there. Press it down like that. And it's not going to stay on there the way I want it to. I'm going to have to use Glossy Accents. Okay, so I'm going to get out my Glossy Accents. And they need to perfect this bottle. I'm serious. This is the most annoying glue bottle. There we go. Now, what you're going to need to do, because Glossy Accents does not set up like hot glue, you will have to hold this down for a little bit or just prop up your dangle like I did here and just leave it. And then what you can do is while it's drying, you can add a beautiful rhinestone on top. Oh, shit. Just set it up like that. Hot glue, a word of thing about hot glue and Inca Gold, it will not glue. So you will have to use a strong based glue like Glossy Accents or your E6000, and you will have to be patient for a while for the piece and just pay attention to it. So I don't want to move it anymore, and basically I'm done. So what I done was is on the inside of the jar, on the tin, I just covered it with paper. Now this is a different style tin that May has. These are the traditional style, the ones we see a lot of being used. And what I done was is I gessoed the inside of this one, and I used my sanding block and sanded the outside. And one thing I learned in the process is that when you need to make sure that this area here is clean and nice against this area, or it will get stuck. See, like if I press that all the way down, it takes a little pressure to get out like that. So, but that's what I did. So this is this one is ready to be painted, and what I like about this one is that, so I'm gonna gently slide this one. Now this one is ready to apply. Now if you want to, on this one you can use a stencil and some molding paste, and this is a Prima stencil, and I'm going to show you a cool way you can this is a molding paste a lady sent me, and it's a recipe of hers, so I'm trying it for the first time to see how it is. Ooh. See, now that's a lot of texture right there. We'll set this aside. Okay. Now you can take your heat gun, and we're going to dry this really quick, and I'm going to find out why I can't see the tap. All right, so you want to make sure that your molding paste is fairly dry. It's not all the way dry, but it's enough for me to do the next step. Now, since you sanded and you put your gesso on there, the tin is really going to bite to color or ink or paint or whatever it is you're going to put on here. And I'm just going to spray it with some more of the, I'm going to spray it completely with this. Give it a good shake so I can get all the shimmer. Get my towel here. Spray your sides like that. And I am not worried about it being really heavy on here because that's what I want. I want this to be captured. So I'm going to put a little bit of pink like that. And then I'm going to hit it with a heat gun. And as you see, the color moves around, and that's what you want. You want that color to move around like this. You want it to soak in and run and move around so that it will capture all of that texture. I don't know what's wrong with the chat. I can't see none of you. So if you're asking me questions and I'm not answering them, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Now what I love about Lindy's is that it has so much shimmer in it. Now, don't touch that because it's hot, okay? Because you've been putting a lot of heat on it. So as you see there, very beautiful texture. Now you would let it cool, and you can go in with more of the Inca Gold with the pink. And pounce that in there in certain areas. Make it concentrated in more in one area than the other. Brush some on the sides. Oop. Now, if some of your molded paste comes off, hey, that's cool. It just gives it more of a worn look. Just brush it on there like that. Really dress up this tin. Now, another cool way that you can, just gonna brush some of that in there like that. Another cool way you can decorate this tin up is you can make this one hanging. I don't have any, I'm not going to fully decorate this one because this one's got to completely dry, but I did want to show you how you can just add texture, and then you can go back in and you can get some of these beautiful pieces from May and just, you know, add things to them. Now for this one, you can have a tassel hanging down from the bottom, and what you'll have to do is you can get a little drill bit, and you can drill a hole in the bottom. You want to close it first completely so that you can mark your hole at the bottom. Okay, so I can't see the chat, so I can't. Now you can do this one of two ways. You can get you a drill, or you can get you a Dremel, and this is the Dremel wand. I know I'm speaking like you do not have to have a drill to do this. I just happen to have a Dremel. My husband got it for me because I was always robbing his drill. And I'm going to change out the bits here. Let me find my drill bit that I want to use. Yeah. Now, please turn down your volume because I want to show you how you do this to a 10. But please turn down your volume because it's going to be loud. All right, so you determine where you want it, and you can put a mark about right here, like that, as you see there. All right, here we go. That's it. Like a dentist drill. So there you go. You got the hole dug in, like that. Open your tin. Knock out the stuff. And now, if you want to build your tassel, I'm going to show you a quick way. Here's a beautiful tassel that I purchased, and it has a large jump ring on the end of it. Now, it has a piece of wire on the end of it. So what you can do is you're going to twist your wire like this and get it on there good, like that. As you see, you can use metal wire, jewelry wire, or whatever you want to do, and you can feed it through there, and you're going to bend it over like that, and you're going to glue it into your tin, as you see here. So then you have a beautiful tassel hanging from your tin. Now, if you don't want to do a chunky tassel like that, and you want to do something like this, you can, or you can take ribbon or laces, and you can feed them through the hole. I'm just showing you different options. Just feed it through the hole like that. And you would tie a knot on here so that it would not come through. And then you can also add, you know, just different things. Let's see. You can like use broken pieces of jewelry, like little ornaments, hanging ornaments from the Christmas section. Like this is a real pretty piece. You can use pieces like that. It's just these projects are intended, like that's an old earring. They're just intended to have fun and create. So again, some more of the Prima stuff. May has those beautiful necklaces. She also has a lot of, in fact, look, you can put a Tim Holtz um, piece in there and then hang different things from it. But that's what you're supposed to do. Just have fun. There's no rules to this or anything. And then you can prep this and put a photo on it, just like we've done this one here. So we're going to scoot this one over. And I would open it, but I want to make sure this is completely dry. Oh, it looks pretty good. No, there we go. So I'm going to let that dry, but that's it. I mean, that's the fun part of decorating these tins. And what's awesome about a Dremel is they got a bit on there. They got a bit you can purchase, and you can engrave a message on the back of these tins very easy. And that's super awesome. So I'm going to be, May and I have a lot of awesome classes we've got planned. We're going to be teaching a lot of mixed media and a lot of assemblage art and everything. And so you want to get started, start by purchasing different metals and different things. She's always adding new stuff to the store every day. And start collecting broken pieces of jewelry at yard sales and finds, you know, like you can put that on there. You can, you know, you can go back to putting this on there. I mean, the possibilities are endless. In fact, you can use this piece like right here and have it dangling if you don't want to put a hole. So just start gathering up different things and start putting it together. I will have pictures of this over on my blog and over on my Facebook fan page, as well as the Creating with Details fan page. And I do apologize if y'all have asked me questions. I cannot see the chat moving at all, and I'm scared to even try to get it to work because it still says it's broadcasting and it's recording. So I'm assuming everybody is still here. Again, if you have any questions, just ask me over on Facebook, and I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Again, the colors I used in the Inca Gold, this one is called Rose Quartz, and the other one is called Silver. So they got many other different colors, and the little closures here are Prima 892, $425. And again, the tins and the beautiful pieces here, you know, the crown and the tin and the applique, you can find all on May's store at creatingwithdetailstore.com. So that's about it. Again, I apologize if I couldn't see any questions y'all had. Just hit me up over on Facebook or YouTube if you're watching the YouTube recorded version, and I will get back to you. So until next Tuesday, when May's going to be teaching something fabulous, stay up for dates, and I'll see you then. So good night, ladies.